I know you told Joe Rogan Ilia needs to earn his way back to the title. I get it. No title defenses.
Yeah.
This Saturday's main event, Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway, has title implications. I know it's at welterweight. Maybe someone could jump the queue. You are not the matchmaker, but is there a fighter who you think, after Saturday's results, whether it's Max or Conor, someone else in the division, who's done the work, who's most deserving of the title shot?
I mean, on paper, probably not. You know, I guess if Max wins, he would have the most.
More than Oliveira?
Well, is Oliveira fighting this weekend?
No, but I mean, like, if Max wins, do you think he gets that?
You asked me about this fight.
And the implications it has, I guess.
Yeah, I'm saying the only fight this weekend that could have implications if Max Holloway wins, he, you know, being that I fought and beat Ilia Topuria beat him, but I beat Ilia Topuria, he would, you know, since he has a win over me, knock me out, he would probably have the best chance or stance for title claim, you know, when it comes to after this weekend. Conor McGregor, I can't see, you know, on paper, there's no way anything would make sense for him to fight for the championship. However, he's Conor McGregor, so, and the UFC's the UFC, so who, you know, crazy shit can happen always.
You said something when we did our interview before Freedom 250 that we just didn't have time to elaborate on, but it really caught my ear. And you mentioned how, you know, and with all of the back and forth verbally with Ilia, how fight week is when you are at your most vulnerable, your most sensitive. Can you sort of take us into why that is and how that feels?
Yeah, I mean, so, you know, preparing to compete, you know, when you're competing, you hate to lose, and so everything is a competition, and so you turn life into a competition. Every aspect, even if you're driving on the road, you know, trying to win off the line. It's a weird mental state that you have to go to be ready for these competitions. And so again, like, we're very emotional, very vulnerable, but, like, you know, in a control sense, I don't let people negatively affect me, but I allow, like, all the, you know, the negativity from online to light a fire under my ass. And, you know, it affects me more now than if people were saying something right now. I wouldn't give two shits, because I don't have a fight coming up, and what people will say doesn't matter to me. But, you know, I use the negativity and the positivity of the people that are you know, pushing behind me, and the people that are riding with me. I really want to prove them correctly too. So I use that as a fire, and I use that, you know, I'm more vulnerable to those emotions. And yeah, and obviously I'm taking shit personal, everything personal, because I gotta fight this guy.
As we begin to wrap up here, Justin, in the aftermath of Freedom 250 heading into 329, I've seen a lot of discussion online about who gave Gaethje the better fight, Ilia or Paddy. I think the case for Ilia is that he dropped you with the body shots in round 2. The case for Paddy is that he went 5 rounds.
Yeah.
Having fought both men, which fight would you say is more challenging?
Well, I mean, Ilia is one of the best in the world. I mean, he is one of the most dangerous fighters that there is, and he's a lot more dangerous than Paddy Pimblett. However, Paddy Pimblett is goofy, you know, he's got a funky style, and not goofy in a bad way.
Yeah.
Not at all. You know, being goofy is such an asset in there. He's really hard to hit. He's really long. You know, he moves in weird angles and at different times, and so that throws you off. You know, and that's why he has success, and that's why, like, guys like Sean Strickland have success, and guys like Dricus Du Plessis have success, because their timing is just different and funky, and, you know, having a funky style is hard to figure out the first time you're fighting somebody, and so. Yeah, I mean, it's just that. It's nothing.
There's a lot of.
I think Ilia is way more dangerous. I think fighting's crazy. I think, you know, in my mind, I think 97 out of 100 times, Ilia beats him up.
Okay. It is a competitive week in the sporting world. World Cup, NBA Summer League. Why is International Fight Week the place that people need to be?
Oh, well, I mean, there's no topping what we just did three weeks ago, June 14th, on the White House lawn. However, this is pretty cool. You know, it's a big fight, Holloway versus McGregor. The storyline's, you know, very, very interesting. It's not the most exciting fight the UFC can put together right now, but it's fucking cool. But, yeah, I don't know. UFC's the best sport in the world. Anything can happen. We have no idea who's going to win this weekend. You know, I thought USA was going to win, but I was just an idiot. So